everyone, welcome along to Rathbone Manor and the conservatory once again. Been to the car boot sale, as you can probably tell. I got there really early, as you probably saw at the beginning there. I'll tell you what we'll do today. We'll start with Mrs. Rathbone's star buy, and it's this little cactus here, look. Because you know how much she loves cactuses, or cactususes, or is it cacti? Well, we'll call them cactususes because it sounds better. But this one's got a load of little ones growing out the bottom, look. And it cost me £1, and you should have seen her face when I brought it home. She was well pleased because she's had a little bit of worries lately. Took her into the hospital on Wednesday, and she had a good few hours of examinations and tests and what have you. And it came out all clear, so she's like myself, she's quite a lot happier now. So what do you think of the cactus, guys? One of the first things I actually purchased while I was there, I came across this stall and they had quite a bit of Nerf gear for sale, and I picked up this little thing here. I think it needs a bit of a clean by the looks of it. This little optic for my retaliator. I was actually after an RDS for it, but I thought this little fellow here will do at 50p. So I thought, yeah, so let's have a look what it looks like on my retaliator carbine. Okay then, so these things slide onto the rail, so we'll have to lock it back, get it on there, and I believe, as I say, they just slide on and kind of lock into place like so. So that looks better, doesn't it? Oh yeah, it definitely looks a lot better now, doesn't it, guys? Look at that. I think it's going to make it a little bit difficult to, hang on, here we go, to cock it, because I think if you try and cock it with the, it might take the optic off, but yeah, it definitely looks a lot better, and also it co-witnesses with the original front sight. As hopefully you can see just there, look, see the front sight in the little reticule there. And I think the colour scheme of the optic goes quite nicely with the rest of the carbine. What do you guys think? Okay then, so let's move along and take a look at the tools I purchased this morning. Actually, one of the first tool stalls that I came from amongst the Auto Jumble lot, I picked out some 3 interesting tools. I mean, they weren't anything special, and I would have expected to pay £3 for them, which I would have been quite happy to do. But instead, the guy wanted £8. £8. That's eBay prices at the car boot sale. So I said no, and I put them back and walked away. Instead, I've got all this lot here. First of all, let's have a look at this fella here. Okay, and what we have is a very nice example of a 1946 style King Dick adjustable spanner. This one is in very good condition. Cost me £1.50. It runs quite nicely. The neck of the dynamic jaw is not bent. There's not a lot of damage to it at all, really. In very good condition. Runs very smoothly, actually. Yeah, quite a nice little thing. What do you think, guys? It's a 4-inch. It's a 4-inch King Dick. So it's from the 1946 onwards, so it could be 50s or 60s maybe, something like that there. Very good condition, quite like that. And yes, of course I'm going to pick up a footprint wrench if I see one. This is one of the better ones I've seen this year. This is a 9-inch job. It's got the original pivot pin, as we can see just here, almost a bit stiff. It's not in too bad a condition, a little bit grubby. It'll be going into the ultrasonic cleaning tank to clean it all up. I'll get that back in there, hopefully, just like thusly. As you can see, it's got the original pivot pin, which is nice. The usual footprint markings. I don't know how old this is, probably 60s maybe. Something like that there. I think they made this style into the 70s actually. But yeah, this is a very nice example that will get cleaned up and we're going into my collection. Only lightly rusted, look. £1 I paid for this. So I've not seen many of them at all this year, footprint wrenches. And from my favourite vintage tool stall, and for £1, I picked up this little wire stripper right here. It's actually by Ideal. Hopefully you can see that there, Ideal. It's very grubby, it can do with a clean up. It has also been monogrammed, as you can see just there, on both sides. It's a little bit stiff to work. It just needs a good clean up and a bit of a good oiling on the joint. You can see it's got, mind your fingers, it's got the solid size just there, and actually they're quite large strippers as well. Got a little gripping bit at the end there, and we appear to have also little screw cutters each side. I'd imagine they are screw cutters. So it just needs a little bit of a clean up. I mean, the handle's filthy, and should be good to go. Alrighty then, let's take a look at today's star buys, and it is 4 pairs of pliers. Okay, so this set here cost me £2. They were £1 each. This pair here were going to be £3 originally, but I got him down to £2, so that's £1 each for those as well. Where shall we start? Okay then, so this pair I picked up with the green handled pliers from one store. They're not marked in any way. I don't know how old they are or where they were made, because there's no markings on them at all, as you can see. We've got some button style cutters on the edge. The main cutter looks quite good, doesn't it? Not too bad at all there, I don't think. I don't know what it'll cut. Teeth don't look in too bad a condition. So I just think they're just probably a cheap pair of pliers. I don't know how old they are. They've been well looked after because they've still got the paint on the handles. So what vintage these are, I have no idea, but I just I like them so much I thought, yeah, we'll have some of those, because you know how much I like my pliers. So I don't think there's any. Oh wait a minute, what does that say there? Well, they are marked very faintly. That's interesting. I wonder if I can. I don't think I can clean them up because they might have been chemically etched. Oh, hang on, just a moment. I'll very carefully have a go at cleaning them up. Well, I'm not sure what it says there. I mean, it could say like forged at the top, S-mate or something mate or male or smale or something like that, and possibly a number 69 next to the cutter just there. Look, it's a very, very faint marking, whatever it is. But you know how I like my pliers, and they're nicely painted, look. So I mean, I don't know how old they are. I mean, if they are 1969, somebody's looked after them, haven't they? And I've been after a decent pair of these for quite some time now. These are shear cutting pliers, as you can see there. It's sort of like a combination shear cutting pliers. Jaws don't look too bad. They're going to need a bit of a cleaning up though. And the handles are actually in green. You very often see these with red handles, and it says they're fit number 14, and inside the handle it says made in Western Germany. As I say, they are in pretty good condition. We've got something else going on at the back here, look, for cutting as well. Some more shear cutters almost. Don't know where you cut with those though, because there's a bit of a gap in there. As you can probably see, there's a bit of a gap in there. Shear cutters don't look in too bad a condition, so they just need a bit of a scrubbing up. They'll be fine. So they're quite nice. I paid £1 for those as well. So we're looking out for some of those shear cutting pliers for quite some time, so they will get a clean up and be going into my collection. Alrighty then, so these two are my top star buys for this week. What have we got here then? These are actually Genbro. You can see that there, Genbro England. Been painted up quite nicely. The cutters look like they might have been abused a little bit. As you can see there, somebody's been trying to cut something they shouldn't with those by the looks of things. Jaws are okay. Overall finish with these is quite nice. They look a bit similar to those real cheapy pliers that I've got. Well, almost, but not quite. And they kind of look a little bit like slip joint pliers, don't they? The way they're made, but they're not. So they're quite nice. Paid £1 for those. Yeah, they're quite nice. What do you think of those, guys? Now, this pair I really do like. What do you think of these, guys? Have you ever seen any of these before? These are berry tools made in England. As you can see from the catalogue page here that I found on Grace's Guide. And these are actually milliner's pliers, apparently. So there we go, look at that. What do you think? The jaws look, yeah, a little bit of a gap in the jaws there. Teeth, not too bad at all. Overall finish with these is quite nice. They may still have some of the original colouring to the handles. Just a bit of very light rust going on there, so I think I'll be taking these into work and putting them into the ultrasonic cleaning tank. Then we'll be having a bit of a de-rusting going on. The catalogue page I showed you comes from 1961. John Berry and Sons, made in England. This is the first pair I've seen of these, you know, Berry tools, and they stood out in the guy's toolbox once again. I thought, yes, I'm definitely going to have those. Quite nice, aren't they? Very nice, like those. And yes, I think I picked up some rather nice tools today. And so I've got to get myself a footprint wrench because I've not seen many of those this year, and that's one of the better ones I've seen. British made pliers, I like those. Always pick up British made tools where I can find them. Ideal, it's the first ideal tool I found at the car boot sale. And of course there's me Nerf optic for me Retaliator carbine. I quite like the look of that actually. And Mrs. Rathbone's star by, the very nice little cactus. You should have seen her face when I showed her that this morning. It was brilliant. It was a picture. Mrs. Rathbone would like to thank those of you who left kind messages about her hospital visit last Wednesday. Thank you very much for that from me too. Very kind of you guys. Okay, so got some interesting stuff. You'll have to let me know down in the comments which is your favourite tool of this lot here. I like the Genbro and the Berry pliers. They're very nice indeed, British made. As I say, I've been looking out for a set of these in good condition for a while now, and these are in very good condition. They're just going to need a bit of a clean up because they're filthy. Footprint wrenches, I've not seen many of those at all this year really, or just a few, and some of them have been rather bad and not in very good condition at all. Wire strippers, yeah, they're going to need a damn good clean up. God knows who's been using those because they're absolutely filthy. Alright then guys, well don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you're new to my channel, please feel free to subscribe. If you enjoyed the content here today, please click a thumbs up because that will help the channel out too. And you can share the video with your friends. Also, you can find me on Instagram too. There I am on Instagram. Photographs on my tools, and also other things that go on in the family, in the household. It's not just about tools down there. Mrs. Rathbone's got stuff on there too. So yeah, let me know which is your favourite. I hope you enjoyed coming over to Rathbone Manor again today, taking a look at the tools I've got. I know it's all pliers, but I love pliers for some reason or another. But yeah, okay guys, thanks for popping over, and I'll see you on the next video then. See you later, take care.